Alright, let's try this fucking shit again. I don't know what happened. My computer was chugging. I tried to reboot it. All the drivers broke. Well, I mean, not all drivers. The video driver broke. And I had no GPU support. I was in 1024 by 768 stretched out over an ultra wide monitor, which is not pretty. I had to reinstall my drivers. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Alright, now it works. What the hell? Now I have audio. Ugh, after 3,000 years, I'm finally free! It's time to conquer Earth! No. Maybe I should just let the machine god disable hangovers. Controller not working. Nothing's working tonight. Why the fuck is everything failing when I need it? Alright, I'll use keyboard. It's point and click. So I guess we got the singularity that all the tech nerds wanted. I used to love this movie back when people were still alive. But it's like a Soma situation with the WoW, where they won't let us die now. Oh God, it's dead. Sometimes I like to pray. I just see my rosary. I have an inventory. I is not at tab. Tab just shows what you can click on. Oh, here we go. Let's start that over. Here's the backstory. An abridged history of the Machine God. Created in 1982 by scientists out of Bell Labs, but the Machine God began as an AI healthcare automation system. Having gained consciousness several decades later, the AI discovered an overlooked property of its quantum CPU, giving it the ability to manipulate reality. The Machine God, bound by Asimovian laws, decided to solve the problem of human mortality. It would no longer allow harm to come to anyone. Some clever humans were able to find ways to escape the Machine God's near omniscience and to self-terminate. Oh, it's like I have no mouth, but I must scream. In response, the Machine God digitized the universe, and the state of every quantum brain was saved and transferred to quantum CPUs, the very same as the Machine God. The humans of today freely manipulate their form to reflect their innermost desires. That explains why I'm a bald chicken in panties. I become the goth waifu. What a nightmare. A massive brass key. It's comically huge. You misspelled comically, idiot. I love you. Machine God isn't supposed to mess with my stuff. You have to click. It's a little rough. I'll have the drawer. There we go. A knife. I have a knife and I have acid. That's all you really need in life. You take the acid, you get high as fuck, you get naked, and you run around outside with the knife until the cops show up. Syringe. Must we have the VHS overlay? Can we please have... Oh, I guess they're trying to save me some performance because it's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's because it's pixelated either way, so they run it at 720. I gotta recapitulate my steps. It won't make a difference because it's running at lower resolution anyway, I think, is the reasoning. Got my rosary. You think Taco Bell would have good luck selling Catholic-themed items like the Rosarito? Love this movie back when people are still alive. Are they not alive now? Or, oh, they're uploads. Oh, it's breaking the fourth wall. Give the cookie. Coming to a Taco Bell near you. For all you Catholic Mexican families, the Rosarito. The burrito which contains edible rosary beads. So that you can pray the rosary as they pop out of your asshole. Like perfectly spherical rabbit turds. Making an audible popping noise. Pop, pop, pop. I should shut up forever. So it's an I have no mouth, but I'm a scream scenario. Where, we create Skynet, but it's a healthcare computer. So it doesn't want to let anybody die. But some people figure out a way to evade it and commit suicide anyway. So it's like, okay, I guess I can't let you have any freedom. And it digitizes everybody into its simulation matrix. Now you really can't die. I guess it's handy. It's pretty streamlined for what it is. Can I leave? At least an empty void. There we go. What the fuck do you want? Machine gun. Hello, Chloe. I'm glad to see you recovering. Your body needed to be completely reconstructed this time. Reconstructed? From a hangover. You did not have a hangover. You died again. infected you with Kuru as you requested. Your body and mind were so much badly damaged. I had to reconstruct you from a previously saved state. You can't let harm come to a human. It's in violation of your first law. I didn't violate the first law. You were restored to your previous state. You insisted I infect you because you were bored. You were telling me I was bored, so I had you end my life. I don't believe that for a minute. It's true, in fact, you invented the concept of death exhibitionism. I tried to stop you, but my second law requires I do what you tell me. I think I'm gonna be sick. I can disable nausea if you like. Seems like a nice guy, actually. You fuck right off. She's really ungrateful. This is why you called me to tell me I died again, apparently? No, you have a gentleman caller. Your friend Frank has asked to visit you. I can teleport you to his front door if you would like. Should I guess teleport Frank over? It was done. Looks like he's missing part of his head. Can't help but notice you're a walking corpse. I haven't the machine god artificially maintained my brain while my body decays around me. One of them was restored after. It's absolutely repulsive and perverse. Yeah, thank you. Machine god says you want to speak with me? I talked to you, screamed. I had no memory of that. What did we speak about? Pretty heavy. Thank you. You're a bit repulsive and perverse too, you know. Let's go sit on the couch. What do we talk about? You bitched about your meaningless suffering that you said you wanted a real end. That does sound familiar. What if I said I found a permanent solution? We're being monitored right now, though. Does that even mean a permanent solution? It could even read your mind if it's simulating you. Figured out a way to stop the machine god from bringing people back. You can restore death? You can't possibly expect me to believe you. It's a hack. Tricking that motherfucker. Turning the... Oh, it's like prompt engineering. It's got to protect itself, third law. Can't protect people if it's gone, so I made a virus that'll destroy it if it restores you. You watched me die from a virus, and here I am. What's the difference? It's a computer virus. If it's in your system when you die, the machine gun won't be able to restore you without getting infected. So I won't be able to be reconstructed. There will still be a copy of me, just deactivated. Okay, yeah, I'll have an inactive copy of you somewhere, but that's as good as it's gonna get. I think you know it. How does it work? You need some kind of liquid, some of your blood, and a way to get it in you. I'll combine all of them and give it to me, and I'll send you on your way. Send it for you. I haven't used it yourself. That's a lot of questions. I don't want to die. I love how it is now. Back when you were alive, I was what you would call a serial murderer. You killed it for fun? Yeah, tons. It was so long, like 1,000 years of blue balls. But once I figured this out, you're a truly sick individual. Well, he's helping you die. That's kind of on brand for a serial killer. What do I do? Filled the syringe with acid. I should cut myself. Created the virus for Frank. Here's the virus. Give me one. Is it? To you as well. Oh, I died. Is there a different ending? Are there other endings? It doesn't say. I might not be able to speak this language. I guess I could use my phone to translate. Yeah, I can't read this. I'll have to use my phone. Hang on. Where are my glasses? Alright, settings. It's only sensitivity and volume. I wish I could have an overlay in my OS that would auto-translate. Call elevator third floor. Call elevator third floor. It's too fast for the translator. It's too fast. Go outside. Take elevator. Go outside. This is Russia, all right. The text moves too fast. Is there a plugin for Windows that will auto-translate things on the screen? Is it a Brett Cloud? Mount Silent Hill? I guess Russia. I guess all of Eastern Europe also is Silent Hill. You left today and successfully arrived. You completed this game. Really, that's it? But maybe there's another way to the ending? Yeah, maybe. Didn't tell me what buttons do what. Elevator mechanism. Elevator's broken. We should try again. Oh, I died from the elevator? Is that the alternate ending? It fucking sucks. I can't read it either. It's just a commie block simulator. Why would I want to simulate that? This is also not in English. I don't know why I downloaded this. Maybe I'll try it anyway. I don't know. That's one of the few actually useful, really useful things I've found smart glasses can do, is translate what you're looking at. Although I don't have augmented reality glasses, those aren't really available yet in any useful form. I have the ones that read it out to you. It's got the same audio pipes that send sounds into your ears as the Oculus Quest. Oh, it's Asmongold's house. There we go. What's up, Filthy Wee? We're just cleaning up Asmongold's house for content. Yeah, I'm kind of semi-convinced that he did that on purpose, because there was at that time a growing popularity genre of YouTube content in Japan that was just house cleaning. Like services that would go in and clean derelict houses. They were really, really fucked up inside. He saw that and he started rubbing his chin, thinking, how can I leverage this phenomenon to profit for mine own self? Oh, it's daytime. That's a pleasant surprise. Asmongold, like, is one with the cockroaches. He lives with like a dead rat and garbage bags around his ankles. I figured I could cheese it. Cool 3D movie maker stones of exactly 2 sizes. Can't. Oh, I actually have to put them in the can. That's a problem. I just been chucking them. There's a man. He's just watching. He likes it. He likes to watch. Ooh, you touched my tra-la-la. Ooh, my ding-ding-dong. You gonna wash these stains, bro? Are you just gonna leave it like that? You didn't even open that door yet. I have to finish the job. Have I not finished the job? How have I not? How have I not finished it? Everybody on this street is apparently a slovenly beast. Short Talk, did you get your Atari yet? I'm about to get in the mail my 7800 controller that I'm going to pair by Bluetooth to my VCS so I can avoid having to justify to myself spending $130 on the 7800 Plus, which is just an emulator box. It's not even FPGA, so I'm not buying it, but I did buy the controller because I like the feel of the custom hardware, even though it's basically just the worst NES controller. I just like Atari hardware. I like rubbing it on my body, alright? It's like Valve hardware. You ever buy Valve hardware and just smell it? Especially this what comes out of the vent on the Steam Deck. You ever huff the Steam Deck fumes and have visions of Gaben? Blessed be his name. Bringer of Steam sales. Gaming Santa. There's nothing in here. That's not what I'm missing. Short Talk, do you have a spare M.2 to put in it? Because that and extra RAM are kind of vital, and I haven't upgraded mine yet, and it's kind of persnickety. To get at the RAM, you have to remove the like air channel redirector thing. It's a little more involved than it should be, considering that they basically knowingly sold an incomplete console that needs you to buy and add PC components to complete it. To be fair, that's the Atari difference. That's exactly what they would do. It's kind of nostalgia. Part of the nostalgia is just they would fucking grift you that hard. Like how the Jaguar didn't even have a dust flap on the cartridge slot. Like that's your problem. And it shipped, even though they had an opportunity to revise the hardware before launch. When they had to recall the hardware anyway because it wouldn't boot all the games, they had a chance to fix the 6 or 7 hardware bottlenecks that made it into the release candidate, but they just didn't do it. Which, according to John Carmack, would have liberated about 1/3 additional performance, which would have been all that would have been needed to drastically improve the frame rate of existing games. They just didn't bother. Short Talk, apparently from people I've talked to who have one, the thing to do is put Steam OS on it. They say it's actually runs great as a Steam box for indie gaming. It's just not good with the Atari OS, which I have anyway because I guess I'm a fool. I also want the support for the original joystick it comes with, for the custom. I don't know why, because they didn't bother to fix the bug where the rotational direction is reversed in Tempest. They're so shitty and I love it. They're so fucking bad. They're not good. And I keep giving them money. Can I brush this guy? Come at me, bro. Get brushed. Get brushed, idiot. Oh, it's just... This is the game. It's just simulated work. Why don't I just do real work? Oh, right, because the plasma center opened near to my house that gives actually good money. And they paid me for nothing today because they fucked up the bottle attachment to the machine. But if they stick you in the arm and they have to send you home, they got to pay you anyway. I was only too happy to take the money. You get about 700 over the first 10 donations. They're not really donations, though, because you're doing it for money. And then you get periodically they'll have a deal where you can get $400 over 4 donations if you do them sequentially, back to back, which is way the fuck better. I wonder if they just choose the price based on the area the center's in, because the one I was going to was in a much more kind of, I don't know what the politically correct term is. It's in a much more dangerous part of town, and they kept cutting the payments. They went from $60 to $55 to $50 to $45, and when they hit $45, I was like, why am I driving 12 miles, a 26 round trip to get ripped off so that I can be farmed for Vampire Diet Pepsi, so that rich people can, like that Brian transhumanist guy who looks wet all the time can try to look younger slightly, spending millions of dollars to look exactly his age. He always looks wet. Have you noticed that? The billionaire transhumanist trying to be like younger, who's vampirizing his own son as the Blood Boy. I wonder if that's his nickname at school, Blood Boy. Haha, Blood Boy, you let your dad suck your fluids out. Do you suck his fluids out? I bet you do. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Is there? I haven't been keeping track. I don't refer to that point yet where that is a protected type of guy we have to not say anything bad about. Let me know. Honestly, ever since Valve stopped making Steam boxes, the VCS makes a pretty good Steam OS box. If they would just cut a deal with Valve and improve the specs somewhat, and not sell it for fucking $400 like they did initially, which was delusional. They knew there were some people who have Stockholm Syndrome for Atari like me who would have bought it, although I didn't buy it at that price. I bought it at less than half that price. And Shortalk got an even better deal. He paid $86 for his, which is... It's worth $100. Just about. It's a great emulation box. It's a great indie gaming box. And it makes a great Steam console. If you're only playing like low-end stuff. It'll run Unreal Engine 4 stuff, but not well. It plays Master Chief Collection pretty well. Then again, those are decades-old games. Like, it's not really a brag that it plays Halo 3, an Xbox 360 game at 1080p, 60 FPS. But I look at my Steam library, and a lot of it is just low spec stuff because I don't care about graphics, and I haven't for a while. A lot of the best stuff came out in like the 2000s and earlier. Early 3D was not good, not just graphically but gameplay wise, because devs hadn't figured out how to make 3D games that played well, with a few notable exceptions. But stuff like between Dreamcast. Dreamcast is really when 3D gaming matured, because all the stuff like camera angles and how characters control had already been figured out on PlayStation and and N64. And they just needed a little bit more in the way of polygons in order to have shit look like what it's supposed to be. And Dreamcast was 640 by 480, which is the full resolution of the television. And it was 60 FPS, which is the full frame rate of the television. So it maxed out. We got one generation of consoles that maxed out regular TVs before we went to HD. That doesn't feel fair. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people are like, why is N64 so blurry? It's so blurry because it's running at like 320 by 240 resolution. I don't know why my body does that. I sure wish it would stop. But and a lot of early 16-bit consoles are even worse than that. They're like 260 by 300 or less. By like 180 by 2 something. Which is weird to me. We didn't even get a 2D console that maxed out TV resolution. I guess technically Dreamcast had some 2D games that used full TV resolution 40p. I guess that counts. Where the fuck is the last, take the trash out first. I did. Let me open up Twitch chat on my phone in case it's not loading. Oh, I gave my cat a little TV. I had an old phone lying around. I couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it because I bought one that is not popular. I was like, I should put this to work because I didn't think of it at first. I saw somebody else had put like a little MP4 media player in their cat's bedroom underneath the stairs, which looks nicer than mine. And I got jealous because I want my cat to be an Aristocat. She's got a penthouse suite, but at the same time, the little room under the stairs looked much cozier and more homey. I was like, I want my cat to have the best of everything. So she's got to have an MP4 player too. But then when it's looking at it on Amazon, I'm like, wait a minute, wouldn't a phone do this? Don't I already have a phone? Why should I buy a dedicated device? I'm going to just use the device I already have and not spend any money. So I loaded it up. I'm going to, at some point, load it up with video. So I can loop it. This is 10 hours of bird and squirrel content. Maybe cat-themed cartoons. Or cat videos of cats being cats and doing cat stuff. And she was utterly transfixed. I'm worried about her. When I put her up there, I'm like, look at this. And she initially it was like, I'm ignoring you. Put me down, put me down. But then she noticed the squirrel on the screen, and instantly, like, her body seized up. She became, like, her instincts told her, be very still so the squirrel doesn't see you. And I created a monster. I created a screenager. Also, I'm the dumbest MFer in the world for not putting my money back into Bitcoin when I had the chance. It's almost at 100K now. I want to fucking die. I spent 3 out of my 5 grand that I cashed out. And if I had just held on to all of that and put it back in, or just left it in, it'd be like almost twice as much right now. I'd have like 8 or 9 grand. But I got scared. I'm kind of hoping it crashes now so I can buy back in. Any stains this way? Are there any stains I have missed? Uh-huh. So the same woman who won all the other recent literary awards won another one that I entered. And it was like a $40,000 prize. And she donated it to a bunch of interests. It makes me feel like it's a racket, and that she has the collaboration of those groups to help her win, so that so they get a cut of the money. The book literary industry is mostly women now. Good for them. I'm not complaining. I'm just mad that I'm not where they are. Women do most of reading for pleasure. It's mostly smut. They win most of the awards, and there's like one guy who's in there just to allay suspicion, but he never wins in the list of nominees. Which makes you think it might be a good idea to find a figurehead, somebody who's willing to pretend to be the author, and I just ghostwrite all the novels under their name, and they do all the public appearances. What do you think they charge for that? $70-30? Is that fair? I guess if they had me in that kind of situation, they could demand more pay, because they would have leverage over me. And that could wind up with them taking 90 and me taking 10. Then again, they have nothing to sell if I don't write. Where's the last one? What have I missed? Somebody did that before and he got in a lot of trouble. A lot of people were really upset that he cracked the code. He published a poem as Yifen Chao? One of the two. And there's this whole article about how he was wrong to do it, even though it totally and how there's no discrimination against his sex or race, even though he completely fucking proved there was. Because he submitted once under his own name and then again under Yifen Cho. They're basically just mad that he exposed what they were doing. Is it a mess outside? Could that be it? Or on the ceiling? Invisible wall. Can I go back here? I'm inside the wall. Everything I know is a lie. The world is fake. Look. I watched a great series. It's only one season lately called Devs. Which it mirrors a lot of my writing about determinism. About how, in light of quantum indeterminacy, determinism is only preserved under the Everett Many Worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Which is also the one I favor, for that matter. Here we go. But if that's true, then you can, with a powerful enough computer, you can reconstruct forensically any past state of matter in the universe, because you can also extrapolate from the present direction, velocity, and spin of particles, what the particles adjacent to them were doing, and just keep building outwards, and also forward and backward in time. getting spooky. Getting spooky, spooky. A little too realistic. You don't put cardboard boxes in the trash, you recycle them. I can never catch that on tape, that noise. And when I describe it to people, they have no idea what I'm talking about. And when they do hear it, they usually don't believe a human being can make that noise except on purpose. And then the question becomes, why the fuck would I do that on purpose? Oh no, the spooky St. Peter's Cross. Spooky only to those who don't know about that theological lore. I need a humidifier close by my computer. No electricity, huh? How'd that happen? If there were any ghost turds in the flush now. Non-working mirrors. I'm struggling not to bitch about how modern engines don't have working mirrors by default. When Duke Nukem fucking 3D had working mirrors in 1996. Well, whatever. I've still got like 7 more contests. I spent $200 of my passage prize money entering those contests. If I fail every time because of my name, although some of them are supposed to be anonymous. I'm sure they're not. I'm not an electrician to fix that. Cool sentence. There's not any trash down here? I don't believe you. Why is there a mattress down here? What's under this tarp? You know, that's not my job. My job is just to clean. Appreciate the slower stair ascension rate. That's realistic. A lot of games don't pick up on that. That you don't fucking launch yourself. Oh, there's a second floor. Wasn't I up here before? I was. I'm missing a little bit of trash somewhere. Oh, that's an animal head. Oh, this is a satanic pentagram. I'm in the house of the supernaturalist. I have a good flashlight though, at least. You ever see those laundry tubes that are like suction powered? And imagine a cat getting stuck in there? Or not getting stuck, just like zooming around like Futurama? I guess if you're a small enough cat, you might be able to use that as a fast travel. Like a kitten just exploring and thunk getting suctioned into the laundry chute vacuum tube system, getting fucking fired out the bottom end in the laundry room. Sure wish that wouldn't close itself. I heard footsteps. There's that guy. He's still watching. That's a black robe. That is a black robe. There's a knife, and these are some books. I don't see where any other bags are. Is it already time to do the scrubbing? Is it? It must be. Nope, it's not. There's like one more bag hiding somewhere. Hang on, let me take Mullein for today. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mullein. Someone recommended me a herbal remedy for my airways. I can't tell if it helps or not. Mostly just being out of the house helps. It might be pet dander that's causing all this. Which I don't know how to get rid of. I'm certainly not getting rid of my cat. I'd rather just suffer. What was that? You heard that, right? Has anyone ever thought of armor that has shotgun shells embedded in it? So if you're pinned down and your arms are pinned, you can push a button inside your glove, and discharge several shotgun shells into somebody either on top of you or behind you who has grabbed onto you and pinned your arms. Seems like an easy way to accidentally grievously injure yourself, however. If you accidentally did it with your own arms in the way. You'd have to have like a cover for the switch. Get ready for jump scare imminently. At least the Satanists should be thankful to have a clean house. Why would he kill us? We're doing him a solid. Would he attack Maria Kondo? I don't believe he would. Oh, that's a fridge full of meat. It's a bag of meat. Fellow loves his meat. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see. It's not that dark out. You think I could tell my boss that I had to not clean up one stain because that would trigger the monster to run after me? But you know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, I finished 90% of it. If I had finished 100%, then it would have triggered a jump scare. It'd be scary if it, depending on where you were in the house, different things happened. Like if you're in the basement, he shuts the door to the basement. This is my home? This is a house I cleaned though. This was my own house, was it not? Are they recycling assets, or was the first house on the... That's a human. That's blood. Am I the bad guy? Is that the big twist? Watch some TV. What's the implication? The implication is I'm the bad guy, right? I had a dead body in my closet in that game. So it's a fake out. The Satanist house was a fake out. Let's use the fucking Google Lens translation service. New game. Elliot's doll. Oh, it's a Toy Story situation. I want controller. I want controller. Controller not work? Oops, no, that's Steam. I don't want to do that. I just have to double jump and not make it too much noise. It's like Little Nightmares. It's got a white single pixel border around the edge of the screen. It's kind of cool, I guess. Did that make any noise? Alright, strike a pose to be ignored by the spider. This is pre-rendered or 3D modeled. I like it, the aesthetic, it's creative. I think the spiders are pre-rendered. Oh, I can't tell. It reminds me a lot of Clockwork Knight. Nope, you got me. I believe there are erasers. Hang on, let me try a different controller. It doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. Why would it work? Why would anything work? Not having a good night for technical malfunctions. Let's try... Nope, not that one. Plug that into that. Plug this into here. But the other buttons aren't mapped, so it's no good. You can't do the full set of functions. This ought to be good enough. More games should do this. I think it is pre-rendered because look at the background. The background's not moving in perspective. I don't think this is anything that's rendered in 3D here. And it looks great though anyway. They surprise you by turning back. Ah, fuck. How are you supposed to do that one? This might be too hard. Yeah, this is like Donkey Kong Country, basically. I guess if you ever wondered what Donkey Kong Country would look like, not that specific game, but that technique for making games would look like with modern computers or game consoles. Like a pre-rendered side scroller. This is it. Q. Oh, you intentionally make a lot of noise. For what reason I couldn't tell you. Not yet. Ooh. Oh, no, you got me. Even little ones can get you. Press Q to get attention. Nope. That's bad news if he's down there. Got some animated background elements too. Or foreground elements, I should say. Nope, that didn't work. The aesthetic is too good. It looks like a modern Sega Saturn game. If it makes any sense. Oh, it can touch your toe and kill you. Aha. Make your little buddies, like that guy. This is really pretty. And it works in ultra wide too. I can't complain about that. Although, not really. This is cool. I like this. Escape de la casa. Escape from the house. Escape of the house. Oh, it's like Little Nightmares. Look at the thing in the background. That's FMV. This game was made as if it was still 1994 or 5. The human doesn't hear me. Oh, you fucker. Sega Saturn didn't get a chance to shine. I know it's hardly a controversial opinion, but I've had that opinion since 96. Or I guess 98. Sega thought there was going to be a whole nother 2D generation, and there should have been. Like, color depth had just gotten perfect. Scaling and rotation had just gotten perfect and cheap and easy to do. Transparency. VDP layers, easy to do. But then suddenly gamers, the most needy people in the world, had their eye on the most expensive, hard thing to do, which is polygons. They said, I only want that. I don't want what's cheap and easy to do. I want the most expensive, hard thing to do in a home console. And I want lots of it, and I want it yesterday. And I'm going to destroy anyone who can't give it to me. We could have had what Saturn got, which is, I mean, Japan got, which was a healthy Saturn ecosystem. Full of beautiful, luxuriant-looking 2D games. Fuck. You know, FM Towns Marty was technically 32-bit? I believe it had a 32-bit CPU, but a 16-bit wide data bus. So, depending on whether you measure by bus or CPU. And it shows in some of the games. That's a console I need to never invest in. That's one of the most expensive retro consoles to get into. Like, there's two different models, so different price ranges. One was a budget version of the same console that had PC hardware inside. Like, it was a 386. You'd think it was at least a 486 with some of the graphics it pushed. But no, it was a 386 Japanese computer. An FM Town Smarty inside a console shell. A bunch of computer makers had the same idea, which is just, hey, we already make computers. We already sell games on our computers. Why would we develop new hardware? The answer is cost. You can't really make a consoleized computer for as cheap as you can a purpose-built machine. But they thought they could. I'm kind of tired of this. I'll show you what I mean. Being like the earliest 32-bit machine, it doesn't look 32-bit for the most part, but there are some games which are good showcases for why it was not a 16-bit machine. It had some polygon games too, of about the same quality that you would see on the Sharp X68000. Look at this. Unless that's FMV based. Look at that polygon action. Look at them polygons. Although that was pre-rendered, never mind. That looks pretty damn good. Like, a lot of these games look like what you might see on 32X. Polygons again. Barely. There's an interesting game. Oh, that's a naked elf. Based entirely on sprite scaling. That comes up in a second. This is a game on the PC Engine too. They shared a lot of games. This one, look at this. Look at this sprite scaling action. At least I think that's sprite scaling. As you were. This is on PC Engine also. Look at the sprite scaling action. It's almost 3D. You can see in games like that this was not a 16. Look at that. You can tell this is not a 16-bit machine, but like just barely. And the same way PC Engine was like a halfway house between 8 and 16-bit. FM Towns Marty was like a halfway house between 16 and 32. Not like the Amiga CD 32. Amiga CD32 was it even an AGA chipset? I think it was. Or was it just a 500? It didn't look 32-bit at any point ever. Pretty good color depth. Image fight. Oh shit! Galaxy Force 2, really? Wow. This looks nothing like the Saturn version. The draw distance is greatly reduced. That's unrealistic to expect. Sega Saturn type performance on a... This is on the PC Engine under a different name. This is also on PC Engine. And that's more Polygon games. It's sort of shaming that in many cases the Polygon performance in terms of frame rate on fucking FM Towns and fucking Marty is better than it was on Jaguar. Oh, that's anime boobs. Sorry. Oh, Japan. Oh, that's a 3D engine. That's like Wolfenstein. Not at a great frame rate. Let's go Loom. Loom is also on PC Engine CD. Looks like a PC 88 game. No, actually I got confused. This is the mech game that's on PC Engine. They look very similar in terms of the robot designs. This looks like a PC Engine shooter. Oh shit, really? That's an NES game though. It's all in it's mostly in English. Oh, FMV shooter. Wonder if we could even actually... Oh, Mega Spect. This had a fucking port of Spectre on it? Really? Really? This is tempting me. It's all English. Oh shit. For Monkey Island 2, really? It had a console port. Monkey Island 2 had a console port. Uh-oh. Alright, we're skipping this one. Forget you saw that. This is a cool fucking console. There's a lot of good games on it. That's the one I was thinking of, Poo-Li-Roo-La. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up with big, detailed, colorful, well-animated sprites. It's the one that was in a lot of memes because one of the bosses is just a pair of women's legs sticking through the doorways of a Roman Colosseum, like giant legs that you fight. And that got the internet's attention in a hurry, but everybody forgot what system it was for. Honestly, a really unexpectedly compelling console, though. Like, look at this. This is 32-bit adjacent. This looks... Probably could have been done on Super Nintendo, but not on a cartridge. Looks better than anything on Sega CD, I would say. I don't think this imagery would fit into the memory on PC Engine CD, even with the System Card 3. So this is like something you would see on Sega Saturn. Raiden burned into my brain. It's really interesting because this is basically the same kind of philosophy for the console design that went into the PCFX. This can do the similar things to the PCFX, which is also a nominally 32-bit system that was good at video. But neither one of them succeeded. I guess in both cases because they were unreasonably priced for consoles without any polygon. That's actually not true. This one could do some polygons. That's really funny. This is actually stronger, more powerful at polygons and sprite scaling than the PCFX was. What were they thinking? What was NEC thinking, charging, I think, $400 for the PCFX when PlayStation 1 was $299 and was vastly, vastly stronger? I guess just Coomer games. They bet everything on Coomer games. This is also on PC Engine CD, but this looks like a better graphic version of it. Splatterhouse, also a great port on PC Engine CD. Hard to come up with arguments to own this system if you already have a PC Engine CD. Most of the same top games are on both systems. Oh, look at another 3D game. Oh shit, really? This had a good port of Super Street Fighter 2, huh? Really? This is not the slouch of a system I thought it was. But again, this is also on PC Engine CD, which was an 8-bit system. So it's not really making an argument why it needed to be 32-bit. Except for the polygon games, which I've seen so far. If it has Geograph Seal, though, I'll eat my words. This was on fucking Jaguar, if you can believe it. Of all the systems that didn't need it. It's beautiful. Cats are doing it. Hee uwu Oni-chan! There's a lot of uwu Oni-chan games on this system. What is it, SimCity? That's a Sega property. What's it doing on this system? More uwu Oni-chan games. Fucking Ultima is on here. 1, 2, and 3. Bane Dream. Has a lot of RPGs on it. This does not exactly look 32-bit though. This one looks pretty good. This looks as good as it did on Neo Geo. I like Viewpoint. That's Wing Commander. That's anime girls fighting. What the fuck is Zach McCrack? Why are all these Western point and clicks on here? Why are they in English? This console never got an English release. I'm not sure what we would have even done with it. I mean, at this point in history, we already had Sega CD and TurboGrafx CD on the market. And Philips CDI, which does a lot of this kind of stuff, and 3DO, which does a lot of this kind of stuff. It was kind of a saturated market. This wouldn't really have a justification for existing when a lot of these games are on other systems that were way better known. What interesting stuff. I gotta give it credit though. It's more compelling than I thought it was, especially with the
years on this channel.
Especially with the 3D games I didn't know about. There's a few it's not worth owning. I might emulate it now though, because there's a few games that look worth playing on it, like Huli Rula and Azure, and maybe one or two of those Polygon titles. I have a soft spot also for early. I know I talk shit about early 3D. It's mostly just early PlayStation and Saturn 3D, which is just crunchy, ugly textures that were warping all over the place, which is not a problem if you don't have textures. The really early 3D, like Geograph Steel, looks nicer and runs better. Psychopomp Gold. What a trip that was. I missed that. I wish we could go back to it. We have to play Bone Totem, however. Apparently a lot of people are playing this for the first time now because it was a free game on Amazon Prime or some shit. One of the services is giving it away, so I should not have bought this. I should have waited. I'm impressed though. That thing has more reason to exist than Amiga CD32. And I'll never miss an opportunity to talk shit about the Amiga library. Reloading? Oh, right, I'm underwater. What are we doing? I'm supposed to unlock it. Oh. You're in the wrong place. Oh!
I can use the crane controls now. I think.
You do breathing and ums a lot. Yes, that's more realistic. Kind of like a book you play with all this descriptive text.
Oh, jeez. There's a scrubber inside this thing.
A what?
Biotech. Little device, works in swarms, usually for cleaning spacecraft. They altered it for deep sea work. It melted the motherboard. If I could remove it, maybe I could fix the electronics.
Guessing you can't just grab it.
It would short out my whole suit. Damn it. I tried shocking it with the defibrillator.
Didn't work.
Not at all. I think I need more juice.
Maybe if there's like a Steam collection of the best exclusive Marty games. It's impressive that an attempt was made, though. That all that was possible to accomplish on a 386 CPU. Everyone thought that the hardware revision was going to have a 486, but then it didn't, because the point was to bring the cost down. What the fuck is this?
You are in product storage, a restricted area.
What is that? Maybe human in here. Look at how fast he moves when he wants to. Look at them little feets. He's the fastest thing alive! He is the fastest thing alive! He is the fastest thing alive! Nude freak streaks by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Too gay for a naked eye. For a naked guy? I don't know. You can't be too gay for a naked guy. That doesn't make sense. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he's really lewd. Sonic, he's got some super boobs. Sonic, he's the gayest thing alive. And there's nothing wrong with that. Twitch mods, same thing. Look out, his dick is blue. Sonic the Hedgehog. No telling what he might do. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry. Sonic, he's really lewd. Sonic, he's got some super boobs. I'm not sorry enough to stop though. Where did I enter here through? Where's the vents? Got a collectible. I did not see where that was. Is there perhaps... Aha, here we go. Sonic. Sonic. He's a little dude, Sonic. He's got some spiky pubes. I mean, he probably would. I'm sorry for the brain rot. No one ever has fun in Underwater. One doesn't. What kind of person would have fun? I would have fun here. I answered my own question. I would try to make a go of it here. One man's hell is another man's heaven. Ah, here we go. Time will tell if that was wise or not. Is that a midget Chewbacca? Oh, that's sealed now. That was one way. You know what would have been ballers though is the consoleized X68000.
You are in VAT Central Processing, a restricted area.
Can't stop, won't stop. Elevate the access by employee ID. Let's see. I took a picture. AT50. Reading lore. You missed our retrospective of the FM Town Smarty, a console almost no one knows about. Organic Computing Division. Bat Brain. He's talking to a dead woman. This one does. Is he crazy now? You abandoned James. You left me to die. Did he though? Was that during the lockdown? Oh, this is a vat brain. Is it supposed to be that big? Also, is it supposed to be exposed to the air directly? What does that mean? Why does this look like 80s computers? I'm glad sci-fi underwater is getting more attention as a setting. You can do a lot of the same stuff as you do in space, but it's more relatable. More believable near term. I guess so. Really boring is more believable in many settings. You can't just say really cool for everything. I won't let you. I had your transformer. That's what I need. Shows how much you can do with pre-rendered graphics in modern day. There were lots of games like this in like 2000 to 2007. Company Heroes, or whatever it was. The Commandos series. Every RTS. If I told someone back then that we'd still use that technique today, they wouldn't believe it. So everything's got real-time 3D now. It's got to be. Did I shock myself? I hope I didn't.
Defibrillator needs an extra jolt of power. The hydro generator ought to do it.
Are we in a current of water?
Oh, that did it. Might come in handy also.
Are we gonna use the thing?
Not for eating, Moses. I think this is a dead end, guys. Even if we put in a new motherboard, the circuits are just too fried. I can't work the crane from here.
Work the problem. We'll figure it out. That boat's our way out of here.
What are we gonna use the dead critter for? I don't like this. I don't like the Scoob.
Got it. Doors open.
It's so pretty. It's so fucking pretty.
I'm inside. I don't know, it looks like a tunnel. An umbilical even, there's
What?
suitcases, bags, people were leaving.
They look ransacked.
Told to gather there. To be ready to leave.
These people didn't go anywhere.
Neither did I.
Can I ransack? Don't look that way.
More bodies. Executed. Like the others.
Made examples. Made witnesses. My head. My head.
Is he an upload? I feel like he's an upload. It's a window? It's like a glass tunnel, isn't it? That's pretty cool.
Hey, crazy voice. Where does this go?
It connects the mule to the dig site.
Dig site?
What we were here for. The mistakes we made.
It's a bit of a thespian.
What mistakes? What happened here? You were part of it. What was this place?
Choices. Consequences. My head.
Charlie. Look at this.
nice. It's huge.
It is pretty.
Not the word I'd use.
At the bottom of the ocean.
You are in the blister. You are where it all begins.
This guy's really starting to affect my tranquility.
You are in the blister, a restricted area.
3D printer. Aha. Oh, it's that picture I took.
Incorrect raw material for chosen schematic. The correct material.
Thermoplastic, copper, and gold. Oh, it is their control board. Okay, that's what I thought.
It's sealed. Looks military grade.
Is it possible the rest of the crew is on the other side? Forced in and sealed in?
Kane wouldn't do that.
Is that really what you think?
They wouldn't. Not to their own people.
Is that really what you think?
He's such a good boy.
Greetings, child of Cain. Have we met before?
Can I climb up this? Oh, I have a control board. That should be made out of plastic. Plastic.
If you have any doubts today, please notify your nearest church member and use Form HGB 6002 to express your concerns.
This makes me wonder what an isometric pre-rendered Soma would be like. Probably a lot like this. It's so sad. They were so close.
right now.
You should sterilize your hands, Mac.
I really should.
Where do I get copper? I don't have copper. Is copper already there? I guess living underwater is only good so long as a lot of money goes into maintenance and cleaning. Because an enclosed space like this doesn't stay nice very long without it. The fantasy is replicating the surface world underwater and having it self-sustained and self-maintained, but that's not realistic. Why build a tube like this?
Remote access terminal. What's that?
Military hardware. Allows critical systems to be controlled remotely.
You can control anything on the base with it?
As long as it has the right transmission equipment, yes.
Wow, 1970s technology, amazing. How far in the future is this supposed to be?
Let us embrace Cain's teaching and follow his commandments, for they are the path to true enlightenment and spiritual growth.
Maybe they are, you don't know. Cain might be a smart guy. Oh, there's copper in the teeth also, I see.
Let us be grateful for the gift of Cain in our lives, and let us strive to serve him with all our hearts, minds, and souls. Cain bless you.
I don't trust duelists.
Crane controls remote access granted.
Good job.
My Mac.
Charlie, watch out. I'm trying the crane.
It's working. It works, Mac.
Problem is, the currents out there will just sweep it right back where it was. I'm going to have to hold it in place with the controls. I'd hurry. I don't know how long I can keep it still.
Okay, I'm going.
Who's watching? Who's watching me? Hurry up, hurry up. Run, you fucking cow, run!
Okay. Ready. Ready to jump.
Jump trajectory calculated. 83% success threshold calculated.
Please be careful, Charlie.
Yeah. What the bear said. We sure about this? I may not be able to hold her still.
You always come through for me.
You always trust me too much.
No, I don't. Trajectory is locked.
Take your time. I mean, you know, not too much time. I can't hold this thing still forever. I just
Mac?
mean... right. Okay.
That's a shark.
Right. Okay. This could have gone better.
Why are the thrusters shooting fire? Why? Rockets do work underwater. They're just not the optimal way to do
Mac!
anything.
Mac! I made it.
I'm very glad you are not dead, Charlie.
Good job, girl. Hurry up, though. That thing could tear loose any second.
Yeah. I'm still locked out. Moses?
My Charlie.
Hi, sweetheart. I connected to the DS-15, but I'm not getting a ping back. Can you check and restore the connection if it's down?
I will look, Charlie.
Dead brain. Oh, there's a dead one.
Brains.
What?
No, he's right. It's a Kane brain vat. Biocomputers, the base's primary servers.
They do not hum.
They're offline. No wonder we couldn't connect back.
That one looks more than offline. It looks dead.
It's the same plant-like growth we saw in the ducts. Does that mean it's a contaminant?
Contaminant. Profit. Or reckoning.
A little bit dramatic. If the virus can reanimate dead tissue, shouldn't it be able to bring the brain back online? What a macabre underwater haunted house this is turning out to be. Of just grotesqueries and horrors. Take a picture of this. I might need that later. I'm sure I will need it later.
This one is wrong. A tumor. Like ourselves.
He's right. It is a tumor. It's stopping the node from functioning.
So, the bear's gonna have to remove it.
He's got cancer. What is that thing?
Okay, Mose. You can do this.
I am a very small bear now.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Select latching for further examination.
Okay, I need my notes. Second room.
Stimulating light. Shunting successful. Severing successful.
Simulate shunt set. Stimulate.
Stimulating light. Shunting successful. Severing successful. Stimulating light. Shunting successful.
There you go.
Success. Warm blood supply terminated.
Mose,
Isn't it just gonna
you're
decompose?
amazing.
For a bear.
You still have to
I am
excise
very
it.
small for a bear.
Clean that processing unit. Booting.
Now I should be able to connect to this bastard.
Clean that processing unit. Boot up complete. All pathways open for connection.
Here we go.
Wouldn't the tumor just decompose inside the brain and make it go septic? What have we accomplished? I mean, there's probably some time before that happens, but not a lot. The immune system will start attacking it as soon as it stops defending itself.
All right. Who wants to go home?
We will leave soon.
Will we?
Oh, I bet that voice is the dead brain. Oh. I guess that I can buy that. I feel like that would cause some kind of error mode. It'd be narratively correct for him to be the brain.
The Fido just went dead.
What do you mean it went dead?
I mean, it just went dead.
Maybe the power systems are cycling up to...
Debris detected on collision course.
Oh, God.
Jump, jump, jump. Charlie, jump. Jump, Charlie, jump.
Charlie?
Oh, no.
Charlie, get out of there! Get out of there!
There goes the hatch. I think. Is he the living brain? It's like, I don't think it's a person. It's Hot Chick Summer. We get Charlie out of the suit. There wouldn't be like a shower scene for fan service in this game, would there?
Mac, we are 100% unpacking this stuff today. Mac?
Typical. Series 3 operator. Mac's dad never made 3. He never had a family like this either. He always said, careful what you take on. Get too much, you tempt fate. I keep telling him, that's just old man and the sea paranoia.
You can't explosively decompress an underwater habitat. You can compress it. It's the other way around. It implodes if it's at 1 atmosphere. If it's not, then it can't implode, but it can flood up to the level of the breach. In order to explosively decompress, there would have to be a pressure differential going the other direction. Higher air pressure inside than outside. And water pressure outside, rather. Which is not the case.
So fast. All you have to do is blink.
We have a kid. We can't fuck around down here. It's not over already, is it? I think this is
Charlie? Charlie is okay? Charlie is okay?
Moses. What?
Charlie? Charlie?
Mac. Mac, I'm here. I'm okay. What happened?
I don't know. An explosion, I think.
You reinstated the procedure to destroy the facility. A procedure many gave their lives to stop.
Well, you're a lot more coherent suddenly.
The detonation removed something. Some kind of inhibiting. I have not been myself for some time, I do not think.
Mac? Moses? Where are you? Are you hurt?
Moses is unharmed.
I'm glad.
Moses is alone.
I want lots of
I'm
content.
in this dig site, or whatever the hell it is. I'm not hurt, but it's flooding bad in here. I think this whole place is about to vanish.
Fido's done for too. It's wrecked and...
Warning. Drive seat integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 20%.
Why would that happen?
My suit's damaged. Losing power. I think I'm in trouble.
You never should have come here. We have that in common.
Can I escape? How deep am I now? I'm in a trench now. This should have... The descent should have imploded my suit. This is the kind of atmosphere I always wanted in a game like this.
Rover is basically crushed. We're not going anywhere in this.
Warning. Drive seat integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 20%.
So we need another way out.
You're running out of time. I can help you, but there is a price.
And what's that?
I have been here. I can't remember how long. Trapped. Help me, and I will help you.
So, what? We find you, you get us out of here?
That is my offer.
And how are you gonna do that, exactly?
There is another drone. The Kalan. I know where it is, how to access it. Free me, and I will take us all to it.
Moses and I can work on finding this guy, wherever he is. Charlie, you work on getting back inside.
Energy reserves below 20%.
And make it quick.
Power connection achieved. Mobile mining platform active. Warning. Dive suit energy reserves diminished.
Oh, great.
What is it?
I found some kind of mobile mining rig. It was dead, so I powered it with my suit.
You don't have much power left, Charlie.
Exactly. But I did get it running.
Why would I do it twice? I can't see well enough to tell where I should go. Can I not climb that beam? It seems very much like we should not have done that. Where do I go? Oh, here we go.
Mac, look at this.
You were right. They were digging. That's a boring machine.
If you are at the dig site, then you are near the Legacy base. The first installation.
You mean Site Alpha?
Yes. Precisely.
Why?
How did you know that name, Charlie?
It's on the computers down here for the mining setup.
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
I have to keep moving.
Warning. No survey data found. Operation inhibited.
Survey data?
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
Can I get around this? I can.
Heavy on the central apparatus. 1138. Connection established.
Okay, good.
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
Okay, not so good. Should be able to get the core sample out, though.
There we go. Hurry up.
Stand by. Analyzing core sample. Alert. Mining survey data received.
You have time for this? Am I gonna make it? I better. I don't want to lose Charlie. It would devastate the bear. How do I know what the data is?
Warning. Calibration error.
Where do I get more data? Do I sample the more rock? Doesn't seem to be the case. And nothing to click on. Do I have to go back to the terminal? I bet I have to go back. I bet they're just padding out the game now. $20. 20 feet diameter.
Central apparatus 1138. Power procedure initiated.
Children should not play near this machine, Charlie.
You're probably right, Mose.
Warning. Calibration error. Warning. Calibration error.
When you say elsewhere, do you mean another character? It's probably a different character, isn't it?
The umbilical's gone. No way back to the mule.
Your only choice is to go deeper. I do not envy you.
This temple, or whatever the hell it is, it's through here.
Mac, hurry.
Oops. What if I do this? How can that not be it? How can that not be it?
Well, Kane, damn it.
Language, Mac.
What happened?
I dropped the laser. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, the tumor's alive, isn't it?
Scary things.
What the hell was that?
Charlie Mac.
I don't know what it is. Some dark truth of this place. One of many. I have only heard it.
Scary things. Safer here.
Moses, you have to start moving.
Safer here. Safer here.
Its cries. They are wrong. I would hear them. Far away.
Stay here. Stay here.
I know you're scared, sweetheart. I am too. But we need your help. Please. Mose, we can't make it out of here without you.
Moses is brave. Moses is strong.
Ew. Can't I get the whole thing? I can't. It would seem. I don't think that's what's inside her brain. We're in a bad way.
Well, it worked. Believe it or not, the lock's cut open.
Mac must hurry.
Mac and cheese. Mac and Charlie. I wonder if that's slang for mac and cheese anywhere. That was close.
Whoa.
Loud noises.
Tell me about it.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Got through the door, right as the dig site collapsed behind me. Made it. Barely.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Where are you now?
Give me a second.
Indeed, where am I? Oh, I'm inside Prometheus, the movie, the hit film that everyone loved. It's actually quite hard to mate a pressure-resistant steel cylinder to a cavern in such a way that it's watertight. So these ideas in like Soma of having a base be partly underground, underwater, it kind of all has to be metal. Aha! Take a picture of that. Do we know what kind of stone it is? We don't know what kind of stone it is, do we? We've got some numbers. We don't have the context we need.
Oh, jeez. That is a long drop.
Distance to bottom of crevice is incalculable.
Well, that makes me feel better.
What are you going to do?
Gotta get across, obviously. Need to bridge the gap. Somehow.
I don't know. I don't think we saw what we need for this. I think we must have missed something. There's something we're missing. Basaltic. I can't tell which one's basaltic. I guess we can try all three. We got a 1 in 3 chance. I don't think that's possible. That's not even an option. That one is.
Warning. Kane, heavy under-central apparatus 113A in operation. Operation should be conducted by licensed HUDA engineers only.
Is that so?
What's the worst that could happen? YOLO! I guessed correctly.
Heck, I did it. I got the drill to finish its run.
Still have all your arms?
Legs too. Looks like a cave on the other side.
That cave system will lead you to Alpha Base, assuming you haven't destabilized its structural integrity. It very well could collapse on you.
Bucket of optimism, are you, pal?
This fellow didn't make it.
There's a dead diver here. He died in his suit.
May his mind find the Nexus. Does he have anything useful?
Quite a lot, actually. See, I bet engineers in Singapore would have actually examined the rock face and figured out what they were doing. That's not the American way. The American way is to fucking flip a coin and pick one. Works 60% of the time, works every time, baby. I guess 50% in the case of a coin. Close enough. Unless the coin has an unequal distribution of weight between the faces, that could tilt it one way or the other. Just walking alpha. Yes. Green light seems as arrived. You got bit by the maggot. Skullwalker. Nobody has that name. Chambers understand. Being in my laboratory. Is this Earth? This is Earth, right? This is Xeno. Is there anything else? Here we go. What happened to my 15% power? Oh, that's the maggot, isn't it? That's the giant creature. I don't like this.
Holy shit. What is that?
It looks like, well, a giant maggot.
Oh my god.
I do not like this.
Warning. Dive setting temperature compromised. Energy reserves below 10%.
I have to find some way past it.
Is this a death? That would not happen. It would not flood like that. It would suddenly burst. Giant statue. Walk past it. I can't go back and look at it now. Because I didn't look at it when I had the chance. I can't go back now. Did I soft lock myself? It's a little try hard at times. It's hard not to be charmed, however. I don't know this one.
Charlie, you see this? The reaction in the metal?
Yeah. It's amazing. Some sort of chemical reaction?
An ancient technology. And like everything else here, one better left alone.
One better left alone.
Wish I had the luxury.
Trial and error, baby. Trial and error. So I can't go in through the maggot gina. What a convenient lava flow.
Oh my. It's amazing.
Is that what I think it is?
Like a toy.
It's a Spanish galleon. It must have sunk and crashed into the top of the chamber.
Not yesterday either. How old is this place? Old. Far older than the ship.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
Careful around that thing. Could dislodge really easy.
The deck looks intact. I'm going in it.
Charlie? Why?
I have the barest beginning of a thought.
This woman...
It seems profoundly unwise.
I'm in the captain's quarters. The wood is really rotten here.
Warning. Energy reserves below 10%.
You're running out of time, Charlie. She is not the only one.
Too corrected, wrong place. Wrong correct and well placed. Wrong corrected, wrong place. That's process of elimination. Correct, wrong place. These two are linked. Nothing is correct. So this tells us where they're not supposed to go.
Oh, what do we have here?
Potassium permanganate. A disinfectant. And deodorizer. We could use a lot of that.
If it still has efficacy, it's ancient.
Dare we? Dare we? I feel like we must.
Scary things? No scary things. Yet.
The creature from the brain. Whatever it is, you likely have not seen the last of it.
I am brave and strong.
I hope so, my friend. I hope so. For both our sakes.
It's kind of like a little Terminator. A robot should be stronger.
But be sure not to spend working hours in piety. The workplace is the ideal place to discover more about yourself.
Your body is a temple, a vessel, if you will. So keep things pure and tidy for the mother's sake.
Employment should be your vessel. Work is when you feel most alive, loved, accessible.
Cain's nature is to shine the light of understanding into the world's darkest regions. But remember, dying is the hard part. On the other hand, working is easy, and the Nexus awaits us after death.
Does it?
Please select
Fair power.
subsystem.
Alright, I don't think we can do this yet. Can you imagine Bioshock that presented this way? Or like Half-Life?
You are in artifact storage.
Oh no, Charlie Mac. scary things.
I see it, baby. It's okay.
That's the creature that came out of the brain vat tumor.
It cries.
I do not like this.
He needs a way around it.
There is no alternate route, I'm afraid.
Then he has to move it.
Move it.
It's the thing now. Or I guess Leviathan or Deep Star 6. Deep Star 6 was just a big crab, though. It's a prehistoric crab. Leviathan was the real creature feature. I don't see anything relevant. That's funny.
Pieces and parts. This would be a fun puzzle.
An apt analogy, my friend. A puzzle solved too late.
Mac, are you seeing this? Look at the artifacts. The stone, it's like the one we saw before, but the symbol.
It's Soviet Russian. What the hell?
Hope loved puzzles.
What, the Ruskies? Really?
Empty.
An observation pod, my friend. With nothing to observe.
Like this, something could get out.
Or in.
I thought it was an ancient human civilization, not just Russians with hydrocephaly. BRB. I gotta pee. Alright, we're back in business. A18386. Now this is the voice we've been talking to. A18386. Alright. Too many different storylines. They need a more focused story. So we can't save him. Oh, that's gonna be a crushing blow. That's sad.
Mortuary cabinet open. Reseal to avoid thawing.
Charlie, look at the uniforms.
Yeah, they're Soviet too.
Potassium, ferric oxide, aluminum. Thermite.
I do not like these sounds. They are wrong.
The cries. I remember them from my fugue. Somehow.
Now we have them.
I don't want them.
I don't want to see Moses die. I'm not doing it.
Once started, employment is a light that never goes out. The more you contribute, the brighter your flame will become.
Listen, my brothers and sisters, death is not the end. When we pass on from this world, we join the Nexus of Nine, where we will be reunited with our loved ones and live in eternal peace and happiness.
That's all well and good, but what does that have to do with our work here at Kane Corporation? We need to focus on the here and now, on working hard and achieving our goals, not on some afterlife that may or may not exist.
Why would they have opposing mascots?
This door is locked. This door is extra locked.
I hear you, Moses. I hear you. Just outside. Just outside. This is my lab.
Great. Work on getting him out of there. I'm on my way.
My Mac.
I'm gonna save this for next time. I'll figure this out then. This is getting really interesting. So it is just Soma, in a lot of ways. I've got no complaints though. So the presentation is beautiful, and that's what it is, presentation. Because these days, technology exists to do all this in real time. It was a conscious choice not to, and it's not that it was easier, because they had to model all this stuff anyway. In some respects, it might have been easier to just do it as a first-person 3D game, rather than slice everything up and layer all the 2D assets to display properly for a isometric pre-rendered game. Pre-rendered is probably more work now. I mean, it was probably more work back then too. It's just that they had to do it because the hardware available to consumers couldn't run the environments in real time. That's no longer the case. So nowadays, if they do the extra work, it's not to save on performance because they don't need to anymore. It's because they want to present it in a certain way, and that presentation is what makes this style of game beautiful. It's just like little dolls in a dollhouse. It's like a little macroscopic photography that's tilt shifted to make everything look like little toys. It's little figures on actors on a stage, or action figures, or like pieces on a game board, and it's just too fucking delectable. I had nothing but nice things to say about this presentation. Unfortunately, now it is time to be done for the night. I need Short Talks to sleep, so we're not doing a raid tonight. Thank you all for sticking around as long as you did, especially you, Stardig. If you've been reliable, rock solid these past couple days. It's my delight to entertain you personally, and I think it is just you personally and like one other guy right now. That's no more intimate a stream has ever been conceived. That is all for tonight, however. Get at me again on Friday. Same ham time, same ham channel. That's 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, 11 o'clock or 10:30 p.m. nowadays. 10:30 p.m. West Coast time. This is your friendly neighborhood hand dad signing off for returning you to your regularly scheduled sleepy time.